What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're tuning in for the first time, I'm Ashley, and today we'll be slaying this beautiful ginger highlight wig from start to finish. Now I know for some people this may be a little bit intimidating, but if you know me, you know one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do 99J. I'm going to rock with some blonde highlights, some honey brown highlights, and I'm going to throw in some ginger and sometimes take it to the orange as well. And that is exactly what we're rocking today, a ginger orangish toned wig with a little bit of blonde highlight. This is something that is definitely not for everyone, but I definitely feel like it's fun and it's adventurous, and you can definitely step out of your comfort zone and have some fun. We did go ahead and do some baby hair along the hairline, and I think that came out beautiful as well. I feel like this install probably was about 90% my products. I used a little bit of hairspray, holding hairspray that wasn't from my line, and then like the concealer and powder wasn't from my line, but everything else was from bedeckbeauty.com. So that is super exciting. Go ahead and check the description box for a direct link to this wig as well as the details on it. I also have a coupon code down there for you guys to check out before you check out. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe, become part of the tribe. Now let's get into it. Jumping right into the tutorial, this is what she looks like straight out of the box. She is a orange, ginger, beautiful, gorgeous color, very vibrant, and it has the blonde highlights to go with it. Now, I was grooving, I was listening to my Kevin Gates channel. I love Kevin Gates. And I was just, I don't know, in my zone, trying to figure out what style I wanted to do. I kind of wanted to do a flip over, but I just felt like it would look a little bit more natural if I defined a part. So that is exactly what we're going to do. I went ahead also and cut off all the excess lace and wig around the ears. Now, majority wigs with my head personally, almost always I have to cut off a little bit around my ears, and that's just based on the size and shape of my head. You may not have to do this, but this is just a step that I like to do usually at the beginning of the process of styling and prepping the wig. So from there, I went ahead and stepped out a nice, smooth, perfect center part. Still grooving. I added my wax stick, and you guys know the dynamic duo. Wax stick with the electric hot comb is like the perfect combo to get you like a smooth, flat install. So of course my dynamic duo comes from my brand. This also is a product from bedeckbeauty.com, and it's just a glueless wig. It's like a gel, and you can use it as a glueless adhesive paired with the blow dryer on a cool setting, or with my melt belt. Put the melt belt on top after you've applied it and put the lace on top, and it will dry naturally on its own while you style the rest of the hair. This is just all preference. There's so many ways to use all of these products. I'm going to be showing you different ways throughout the month of December, so just hang tight. Now, I did this on 3 sides. You guys know I work in sections. I cut off the excess lace. I install typically the center first, and then I'll go for one of the sides, and then I'll do the opposite side as well. You know, sometimes I'll switch it up and do it all at once. Sometimes I'll do half the wig and then the other half. It just depends on the day and how I'm feeling. Now I pulled out what I've considered baby hair, and I just kind of pull it forward to just go ahead and trim it down. The length is up to you. How much you pull out is up to you. This is all customization based on preference. Now I'm going to use my favorite edge control ever. This is the Curl Mousse from bedeckbeauty.com, and it is intended to have a light hold, medium hold to it that helps you to be able to kind of like shape out your hair and, you know, more importantly, make your baby hair look so perfect. And then once it dries and sets, you can kind of comb out the baby hair and give it that fluffy look if you choose to, or you can keep it melted. This is the Melt Belt from bedeckbeauty.com, and I like to just go ahead and set everything and do what the name says and let everything melt along the hairline. In the meantime, I'm going to go in and do some flat iron curls away from the face. Now, I did kind of cut through this because I'm just no expert at curling. This is not necessarily a tutorial on how to curl the hair, although I do find myself getting better and better over time with practice. I just still feel like I'm not an expert and I have a little bit of work to do. So basically, you guys can kind of see my technique, just curling
curling away from the face. I find that you get more sleek curls if you go in and flat iron the hair all around first. Once it's boned straight, you know, it is so much more of a smooth curl process. But, you know, I just kind of wanted something that just give a little bit of body and dimension to accentuate the body wave texture that already came with the hair. Be sure to use a heat protectant before applying heat to your hair. Whether it's your hair or wig, it's very important for the longevity of the hair. And then also, if you want a little bit of a hold, you can also add a holding spray. I believe I used the Big Sexy Hair on this one. I'll have it linked in the description box. And yeah, I did the opposite side off camera. And then we're going to go in with some semi-new products that are not from my line. They're actually from MAC to snap out that parting as well as the hairline. So here's that Big Sexy Hair. It's like a holding spray. Now here's a look at what the curled side versus the natural side looks like. I like it on both sides, but of course, I'm just going to be biased and say my work was awesome. And of course, the hairline melted so well with the melt belt. You guys can see the huge difference. Once everything dries down, especially against that flat elastic, it just makes a huge difference in how professional your install will look. Now I'm going to use this palette from MAC. It's kind of like one of their, I don't know if it's called a highlight and contour palette. I'll have it linked down below, but I just kind of mixed the colors to come up with the perfect color for the parting. I wanted it to blend with my skin and not be too bright, but I did want it to be defined. And then I just found this palette in my stash. I think it's from like Black Radiance. And I used the darker two shades and kind of like mixed them to go along the hairline.
Okay, love bugs, so I am officially done with this look, and I absolutely love this color, and I love the fact that I was able to make the hairline look a lot more natural. Now I did use this who is this from? Black Radiance contour powder, and as I was doing it, it looks perfect because I used the darkest shade, but now that I'm looking at it a little bit more in the camera, I can see there's a little dark wash there. So I'll go back in just a few minutes and fix that. But in the meantime, I wanted to talk about the wig itself. So this one came from KisslilyHair, and it says Creative Wig Revolution, and I just love how fun, extremely fun and colorful the packaging is. It definitely represents how beautiful and fun the hair that came in this package is. Inside you have some goodies. So as always, you'll get your wig caps, you get an adjustable like bra strap style elastic band, and then you get a rat tail comb as well as a baby hair brush. So that is always a plus. It's almost like industry standard. Like if you don't get at least your wig caps, an elastic band, and like a comb or something, very much something, it's almost kind of weird. So they did give me the specs on this one. She is 20 inches in length, 180% density, and then it is a ginger highlight body wave lace wig. I do have a coupon code for you guys. You can enter KISS01 at checkout and you'll get 10% off. All of this is reiterated in the description box. If you need, you know, don't forget to check the description box so you can make sure you get your discount and all of that. Now, I really love the color on this one. Obviously, it's not for everyone. Everyone is just not into color, and that's okay. But I do feel like it's nice to switch it up. You can't, well, you can if you want to, but for me personally, I'm just not the girl who's gonna wear natural brown every day for the rest of my life. As soon as I get a little bit too happy with the color, no matter even if I'm switching up the textures, I'm always gonna want a little bit of ginger in there, a little bit of 99J. If you've been following me since the beginning, then you already know I'm always gonna do honey brown, honey blonde, ginger, and then 99J if nothing else. I mean, the pinks, the greens, you know, is really not for everybody, but at least adding a little bit of orange in there. Sometimes it's more on the warm ginger side, and sometimes it's a little bit past that into the orange. Either way it goes, I just love the way this just kisses my complexion and looks absolutely beautiful. Again, not for everybody, and I 100% agree and respect that. And if it's not, of course, Kisslily has plenty of options on their website, so if you want something just a little bit more natural, you can definitely get that on the website. Again, I'm so happy that I went ahead and did the baby hair on this one because it's very discreet and not out there, since the color of the hair is so light against my complexion, but it also still breaks up the hairline and gives the illusion that we went in and plucked it and tweezed when we really didn't. As you guys seen, I did go in and have a little bit of fun with the curling iron. I kind of went tandem and did a little bit with the flat iron, and then I brought in the wand curler as well. What I will say about this one, I would feel like I could go in and wash and deep condition it just to give it a little bit of love, since it has been color treated. I feel like all colored wigs, or majority of colored wigs, definitely can always use a little bit of extra love when it comes to the moisture. So I'll definitely, after this one get dirty, go in and just do like a nice little deep conditioning treatment on her. But nonetheless, she held up well. I feel like the color doesn't like transfer and turn your hands orange or anything weird. You do get shedding, but you get shedding with every wig. I feel like it wasn't extreme. Usually with a wig like this, if it's gonna shed, I can look on my floor and I can already see orange everywhere, and honestly I don't, so that is a good sign. And yeah, don't forget to check out KisslilyHair. Direct link to her is in the description box. Also, listed links of everything I used to complete this look are there as well. Majority of the products we use today are mine, and I'm so proud to say that. And as you guys can see, you can always see like when the skin tugs, that means the hair is actually attached and I'm not just like pretending or capping. So yeah, check the description box. Everything you need to know is there. I'm Ashley Bedeck. If you're tuning in for the first time, go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you're loving the content on my channel. Also, don't forget to subscribe before you check out, and check the description box for the 100th time. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Smooches!